How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with another Black Desert mobile video. Now, today we're talking about combat power. Everything you need to know about how to raise your combat power. It's a question I've been getting a lot while I'm streaming. Someone comes in like, hey, I'm almost your level, but my combat power is a lot lower. What can I do to increase my combat power? Well, let's start with the obvious one, your gear. You're always gonna have your gear thrown right in your face. It's gonna be really obvious. Hey, here's my gear. If I go to the Black Spirit and I enhance it, I'm gonna get stronger. So we have the ability to enhance. You throw your light stones in. My biggest tip here is only ever do 100%. Don't gamble. I mean, so many people, we joke about it. 90 to 95% in Black Desert Mobile is like 50%, all right? You're gonna be shocked when you fail a 95%, and it's going to suck a lot. Really, really bad. Because it's like, it sets you back that whole 95% towards getting that level again. Now, one thing that not a lot of people realize about enhancements is the resonance power. So you can see that besides your CP in your menu here, you click on the little sword and shield and up, and these are all your potential bonus effects. First, the first effect, it looks like base CP 1900 or up. You get a bonus 50 attack and bonus 50 attack and defense. And this keeps scaling, basically giving you a reward for hitting certain milestones combat power wise. Next up, we have gear resonance. This is what I was talking about. Your first resonance is having all gear plus 15 or above. That gets you plus 3 attack. And accessory resonance is all accessories plus 3 or above. All branches of damage plus 1%. Now these branches of damage, all your skills fall under various branches of damage. And you can get certain stat boosts on your gear that give damage boosts to those specific damage tiers, empowering some of your abilities and not others. We'll get to that. That'll still fall under this. That's strength increase. It should be CP, but I'm not sure if it directly affects your CP. So that's gear and enhancements. Now we're still on the gear topic here. I have a couple new pieces of gear, and I'll walk through how ways to get new gear easier. But first, let's jump into the Black Spirit and look at equipping crystals. Now this is another menu I avoided for a while, and when I finally got in here and put a bunch of crystals in, I jumped about 150 CP and was really shocked. But I got this new offhand dagger and this new chest overnight, so that's what I'm going to take a look at now. And I have magic crystal strength. The purple crystals give attack, and this one has a substat of Surret damage. Now, you can, if you take a look here, branch skill placement. This branch does not contain any skills. Surret. So, I want to put some skills in here, or the skills naturally populate these. I know that's what it is. Your skills just get put in these. I think it may have to do with the type of skill. I think they're automatically controlled. Let's just take a real quick look at that. We have spin kick, and you can see true shot. True shot was actually, it has inscription Al or Labreve. Here I can choose between Al and Surret. Actually, I should probably put this over in Surret. It applies Surret's AP, branch Surret. So it also depends. So sometimes you pick one of these skills over the other because the effect it's getting, but if you have a bunch of bonus damage in a certain section, you should also consider rearranging your skills to take advantage of those increases you have in those certain areas. So let's go back to the crystals. So I'm actually going to equip these. My CP is currently at 1447, and we're going to see what it jumps to when I throw some crystals in these gear. Obviously, there's better tiered crystals. Your crystals, you can combine them, and you get higher tiered. That's actually how I got this purple one. I combined a bunch of blues. But magic crystal strength, gonna go on the armor here. Cost me 500 to put it in, and boom, that's plus 4 attack and plus 1.75% Surret damage, which is really good. Here we have 2.55% attack speed and 2.25% Al damage. Now this one, I don't think this one actually affects your combat power much. 1451, so we gained about roughly 6 combat power. Let's see if we actually gain any for this. Some stats like attack speed don't seem to have been affecting my combat power. Here we go. Attack speed 2.55, Al damage 2.25, and it did not. So although they're obvious increases to your strength, they don't show on your combat power. So sometimes you have to keep that in mind. And if I capitalize on that 2% damage from the Al tree, let's call it, I really am going to gain a lot of overall strength. Now that is that is pretty well everything with actual gear. We have equipping the crystals, fusing the crystals, and actually physically enhancing your gear. One last thing that's gear related is getting new and better gear. So these two purples I didn't actually loot. I bought them with silver, and I'm definitely including this because I've actually just had someone say, "What do you mean you bought them with silver?" I got like 2 mil silver. Where can I get stuff with silver? Well, here's the marketplace. If we go down to sub-weapon and start scrolling, now I bought mine in the middle of the night. It was like straight up right in the middle of the night. Damn. So maybe that helped a lot in actually being able to find and snipe this off the auction house. Because if we scroll through, so here are some purple weapons. So if you have long swords, it looks like you're in luck. There are some purple weapons you can buy right off the auction if you haven't yet. And here's some purple bows. So I could pick myself up a 790 for between 790. Yeah, there's your silver requirement, just short of a mil. I could get myself a purple weapon if I didn't have one yet. It's going to make you do more damage. It's going to help with progression. It's going to help you get where you want to get farther and faster. It is totally worth picking up if you haven't filled all your gear slots into purple yet, and looking on here and trying to scoop some of them up. Scrolling through defense armor, here we have a Shamir armor available in purple, Shamir helmet available purple wise. There are didn't look like there's any purple gloves unless I scroll through. Nope, no gloves available. And boot wise, there's no boots available either. But this is how I scooped an extra 2 pieces of purple gear. I may not have picked the most optimal type, but I'm not really worried about that at the purple tier, because I'm going to kind of like get a little more picky and make sure I want the correct weapon. Some of them have different stats, different sockets, and we'll get into that in a whole other video. But I'm not really worried about that when it comes to purple. I scooped up the purple gear because it gets you more defense, higher CP, and it's going to make my AFK farm a little bit better. Right now I'm chugging way too many pots. I'm not a huge fan. I'm stuck at a really awkward place. My 2 mob choices both seem to do just a little too much damage to me to make AFK farming super efficient. So that fully covers gear when it comes to gaining CP. Now the next one, and I mean this one's fairly obvious as well, is your Black Spirit himself. Now, the Black Spirit, obviously, this one of the best ways to increase your CP right here. Mine's level 63. Bonus CP is 479. That's just raw attack and defense. We're going to go here and auto-select all of the gear we've been getting randomly while AFKing, and boom, level 64. That's a CP increase again. We're going to see if we level up again. There's 65. I'm now at 1466. And with the last blue piece here, that's actually going to get us all the way to 66. And we're now at 1474 CP. So, really quick, we've gained over 30 CP since we started looking at everything here. Feeding the Black Spirit, enhancements, crystals. This is great. I'm really hoping this helps out my AFK farm. I've been just on the edge of it being actually viable. Now, we've got feeding the Black Spirit, gear enhancing, gear resonance from getting to plus 15, actually inserting your crystals into your gear, buying gear with silver in the auction house, which is a really, really good way to increase your power that people don't notice, or they don't realize that's an option for them. Now, next up is actually going to be in your guild. In your guild, doing your guild quests, this is really important. Checking into your guild every single day and doing doing 3 available guild quests every day will increase your combat power. It is just as important as any other part of the game, and this is why. Guild skills. Your guild leader, if they're not a potato, can use your guild skills to increase your CP. Guild effect, increase AP, it's 40 mil. Guild effect, increase DP, defense points, attack points, another 40 mil. As hopefully they don't see the 10 mil, they see it available, jump in and buy move speed, guild battle defense, call the battle. Like, all these things that cost 10 mil are a waste for now until we max up the more important nodes like increase AP, increase DP. I would argue increase HP is definitely less important. We would do that one last. This increase HP is more of a PvP focused skill to increase power. Raw attack, raw defense are going to be useful. I mean, your HP bar, right now my HP bar stays exactly in the middle and never moves. How much it moves by is going to be affected by my defense points. That's more important. My pots, it's all about burning less pots and costing us less money right now so we can snowball moving forward. So, do your guild quest. It's just as important to getting your CP up than anything else. Now, when you feel like you've done everything and you don't know what else you can do to increase your CP, click this button in here. Go to your character stats, click check CP, and this gives you a full layout where every single individual piece of combat power is coming from. This is a phenomenal interface included in this game that I would love to have in many other games I played that are similar. From my Black Spirit, I'm now getting 502 CP. Passive skill points, they're giving me 8. Those are your actual skill books. So let's go take a quick look at that. That's another way we have CP increased. See, all of a sudden I forgot about something, and because we have that menu to check on, we come here, we use all of our skill books that we've been collecting from AFK farming. These increase your CP there. One of my skills just leveled up. And if you score some really good passives, there's ones that just physically dump AP and DP on you. HP, easy. Attack speed doesn't actually affect CP much, but it definitely is more strength. So passive skill books are also going to increase your CP, and that's how you get to them. Now let's get right back to that menu. This is the golden winner, knowledge points. Knowledge points are a really cool PvE kind of grindy passive aspect to this game. General knowledge, I'm getting 104 CP from. Knowledge on bosses, 6. Total boss knowledge level, 1. Collection, I'm currently getting 0 from collection. So knowledge and collection are 2 avenues. There's a lot of CP to be gained here that people just don't realize. If you come in here, topography, this is just finding different points on the map, clicking on them, learning them, and you're going to gain a ton of points, a ton of stats from it. Academics, max stamina plus 6, max stamina plus 3. You also get stamina from this, which is great. Ecology, we've only learned 120 of 333 points. 51 out of 180 on adventure, 53 to 171 on character. There's tons and tons of CP available for you to get in this knowledge section here, just from running around and doing things that no other person's going to think to do. Talking to all the NPCs, fighting all the different bosses once. There's a lot for you to get here, and you're missing out on a ton of free stats. And if you do them now, they're going to have way more of an effect on your ability to progress faster having the stats already rather than not. This is something I need to carve out a significant amount of time for myself to do, and ASAP, because it's the stronger you get earlier, the more of a snowball you're going to have, making your main quests easier, faster to do. You can progress further. If you wait till you get stuck, that time you spent kind of having a tough time beating the quest slows you down in total for your total progression. So knowledge and collection. Now let's get back to that beautiful menu that's giving us a little cheat sheet on CP. Character stats, skill training level, all equipment. These are obvious. Outfit, gear, accessory, relics, crystals, and lightstones. Now relics, crystals, and lightstones. We've looked at crystals. Let's look at our lightstones. That's another spot where there's a potential increase in combat power. That come to Black Spirit, equip Lightstone. So when we're over here, I have one Lightstone spot not equipped. I'll go ahead and throw one in there just because you should have that filled. Now that didn't actually affect my CP directly because it was Black Spirit attack increase, which is these ones right here. But sometimes you get, when you combine your Lightstones, you get higher tiered ones. They actually have raw stats on them, and those absolutely will increase your combat power. That's just getting enough of them to start actually being able to combine them and getting stronger ones. Coming in here, we have relics. Now, I know there's NPCs on the map where you can rent a relic off them, but it costs you contribution points, of which I'm using all of mine in my camp to help progress my camp right now, so I don't have much I can say about relics. When I do learn more about it, I'm sure I'll fit it into another video. And extra effects, bonus effects, gear enhancement resonance. Here's the resonance we were talking about. If we get all of our gear to plus 15 and all of our accessories to plus 3, we'll start earning gear resonances, which will have a modifier on our overall CP on our character and will just make us that much stronger as well. Now that does it for today's video. That's covered every single aspect of increasing your combat power that you have available to you in game. Quick recap, we have feeding the Black Spirit, obviously, that's raw stats. Your gear enhancing level, aim for plus 15 on all your gear first to get that gear resonance online. That's going to give you another huge boost in CP. We have actually buying gear with silver in the auction house. A great way to increase your CP if you're stuck on, if you don't have a full purple set already at least. And guild buffs. Do your guild quests every day. Your guild buffs are really important. And make sure to start setting time aside for grinding the knowledge in the game. Talking to all the NPCs, finding all the different featured points, and of course, killing all the different monsters at least once or twice till you gain their knowledge as well. Whew! Life skills was in there. Pretty much everything you can do in this game is going to progress you and make you stronger. It's pretty cool. It all sort of intertwines. But that's it for combat power. Hopefully you can use some of these tips that you did not, maybe you knew, but you didn't quite realize, you've forgotten. I often forget. As you can see, I walked into this video. I'm walking out of this video almost 30 CP higher, and I've been AFK farming, burning pots. I should have had that CP under my belt, and it should have helped me not have to spend so many pots to keep going. Thanks again for checking out this video. It means a lot to me when you guys take the time to watch. Comment down below what's your CP right now. I'd love to hear it. Get a little idea where everyone is in the game. Comment your combat power down below in the comments. And one last reminder before I go, come join our Discord. It's discord.gg/masktv. We have an awesome growing Black Desert mobile section where you can talk about all the characters. We have a general chat where people just kind of talk about anything, and specifically a channel for asking questions. For example, Pahole in here just came in and said, anyone find a fix yet for my characters being invisible as well as NPCs and monsters? Well, turns out someone came onto my stream yesterday with that exact same problem. We all worked together and solved it. When you're on an emulator and you're running the emulator in DirectX mode, there's a glitch where literally the characters are just turning invisible on you and you can't see them. Get in there, change that DirectX mode to OpenGL, and boom, switching it to OpenGL, fix the problem. No longer having the characters turn invisible. But that's the power of a great community. If you're having a problem, you have any questions, come by my stream, twitch.tv/MasKScarin, and if I'm not live, the Discord, discord.gg/masktv, an awesome bunch of people there ready to answer any questions you have. And that's finally going to do it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully I see you again tomorrow. But until then, smash that subscribe button and stay classy.